earlier on in other programs we've done here, because your office actually helped revitalize them. They went from being very decrepit looking to the beautiful, beautiful things that they are now.
We were able to use member item state grant money, $40,000 worth, to redo those courts, and they're marvelous, and they're used throughout the year, I'm told, by the principal. And they're just great. The kids are really getting exercise. They're really working on their skills, and it was very evident to me in watching the tournament. Some of these kids are just spectacular.
And you folks are going to have to take my word for this, because that group picture was so large there. But when I saw that photograph today as we taped this program, I said, oh yes, there's Principal Aksionoff, Walter Aksionoff, and there's Al Harper, the superintendent of schools. And Senator Skelos was there at that event, standing right alongside
That's right.
you there.
He was there, and Ken Rosner was there also from the Carlson School. I mean, we had a great turnout. The New York Mets need to be acknowledged, because they gave out tickets to the winning teams, and we gave out medals to the winning teams also. So it was a really full, healthy day and a fun day for the kids.
One of the things I liked about doing these programs so much is the interaction that's involved in the community, as well as the recognition that's involved when people are doing the right things, and that's where we're headed now. We're still talking about the kids in the community, which is also another terrific part of these programs, but we're going to turn now to a program called the Brotherhood Awards. And Tom Alfano, tell us a little bit about this, because this is a very special recognition.
It truly is. I mean, these are young people. This award is given to young people who have led by example in our Elmont schools. The Elmont American Legion sponsored the event. It was emceed by Manny Rodriguez and Steve McManus. It was given to the student who performed outstanding tasks and did good deeds to the community at large. The students are presented, their principals or the assistant principals presented the awards to the students, and it's just fantastic. The American Legion's presence in the Elmont community is truly outstanding. They constantly give of themselves, as they did in the service to our country years prior, and they just continue to serve. It was a great night. It was very well attended, and proud to call those Legionnaires my friends.
It's one thing to know that you've got kids in the community who are doing good things and accomplishing good things. It's another thing to take the time and set aside the time and the people and the effort to recognize that, and to bring them up before a crowd, and to give them some applause, and to hand them some kind of recognition about the things that are going on in the community. That's just a positive thing for everybody all the way around.
And you can see the joy on the faces of the recipients. And there's Principal Capozzi from Elmont Memorial. He's doing a phenomenal job over at the high school.
Yeah, so that's a terrific thing. We tip of the hat to the Elmont American Legion for setting this event up and inviting all the participants, and having the idea of giving that kind of recognition to just some of the terrific talent and the terrific activities that are going on throughout the community.
It's a great night.
And there's a group shot at the end. Again, there's so many people to put in these pictures. You got to have one of those wide-angle lenses to get everybody in. Look at that.
There's our friend Walter, as you can see.
Yes.
Mr. Rosner.
Walter and I go way back.
That's
we do.
Right. I tell you, Mike, you know this district better than a lot of people.
I'm going to come down and run for mayor sometime. I think let's get that done. All right.
You can do it.
We'll have your people talk to my people. Let's go to the floor of the Assembly Chamber now. We've got an introduction to show you that Tom Alfano made this year of a couple of people that were visiting the Assembly Chamber, one from the 21st Assembly District and another from actually the Capital District region. But let's take a look and listen, and we'll be back to continue on with our program today of Assembly Calendar with Tom Alfano.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. It's my privilege to introduce two very prominent anesthesiologists who have joined us in the chamber. One is from my district, the 21st Assembly District, longtime resident, Dr. Vilma Joseph, who's the Associate Clinical Director of the Department of Anesthesiology at Montefiore Hospital. And she's joined by her colleague, Dr. Sal Vitale, who hails from upstate New York in Jim Tedisco's Assembly District. So I ask you to greet these fine doctors with your usual hospitality.
I'd be happy to. On behalf of Mr. Alfano, Mr. Tedisco, the Speaker, and all the members, we want to welcome these doctors to our chamber today. We extend the privileges of our floor and hope that you enjoy our proceedings. Thank you for being with us. Enjoy your day here.
You just had the opportunity to spend some more time with Dr. Turner at an event in your community.
Thank God, not on the operating room table.
No, she wasn't, passing any gas or
God.
anything, or putting you under. But this was another one of the big events that you hold each year.
It was a spectacular event, the Women of Distinction event we held recently, and Dr. Turner was one of our award winners, and it was a spectacular evening. Hopefully in a future show we'll highlight that event. It was first rate. It was probably the best one we've done. We had entertainment, Mike, the likes of which you could find only in Carnegie Hall. It was really a memorable evening. I had my daughter Jacqueline with me. She did the Pledge of Allegiance, and these women are such role models. I'm just have to bring my kids to more and more of these events so they could see what community activists can do and how they could change the lives of so many people.
Well, what can community activists do? They can do many things, including shaving the heads of many of the people in the community. And that gets us to our next event that we're going to show you folks here. This was a fundraiser to fight cancer. And I don't think there's anybody who's watching this program that in some manner, shape, or form doesn't have somebody connected to them, friend or family, that hasn't been diagnosed or affected some way by the disease cancer. And this is the St. Baldrick's Cancer Fundraiser. And there it goes. Tom Alfano, what is this all about?
It just goes to show you how special Elmont Memorial High School is and the students. They got together with their teacher, Mr. Sweeney, and put together this fundraiser to raise money for children with cancer research through St. Baldrick's. It collects the collected donations from the community and from within the school, and the students had their heads shaved. The hair that's collected is used for cancer patients undergoing chemotherapy when they lose their hair. The students lined up and had their heads shaved, and the school raised thousands of dollars. It was just a wonderful event. It was packed. The auditorium was packed. The kids had their heads shaved. And I want to thank Elmont Memorial for showing the community the meaning and the caring, and that those who are struggling with cancer are not alone. People can act in solidarity with them as these young Americans have. Really nice.
I am going to say that there are a lot of young people who we're looking at here who maybe were a little bit hesitant about getting this actually done. But you know what? You think about team building exercises and all that talk about community building right now. Well, this is like you got three different things going on right here, right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Holy smoke. One is cutting one, who's cutting another.
Right.
And so you talk about community building, because this not only is all for a good cause and getting that part of it done, but this is going to be...
There are school administrators there, Brian, and they're getting it done, and they lead by example. They toughed it up and did it for a great cause, and I commend them for that, because they just did it.
Look at that, and then they all are going to have some similarities going there for at least for
right.
a little bit while that's all growing back. That is a job well done, and we congratulate everyone at Elmont Memorial High School for taking